Hey guys, we're going to do 10.2 today, which is area of trapezoids, rhombuses, and kites. So last time we did parallelograms and triangles. Now we're moving on to other types of polygons. Trapezoids, rhombuses, and kites are also all quadrilaterals because they have four sides. But not every quadrilateral is a square or a rectangle. So for trapezoids, we have a base. We have two bases. We have base 1 and base 2, and then we have the height of it. And we have an equation that we use. The equation for this is, I'm going to write it in two ways. The area is 1/2 times the height times base 1 plus base 2. So that's one way you can write it. Another way you can write it is the area is the height times base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. And either way is perfectly fine that you write it. For rhombuses and kites, they're the same formula. And they both have a diagonal going from one vertex to the other. And they always have two diagonals. And the area for this is 1/2 times one diagonal times the other diagonal. You can also write it as diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. Either way, if you're multiplying by 1/2, that's the same thing as saying dividing by 2. Alright, so this first example, we got a trapezoid. So one of our bases is 9, the other base is 8, and the height is 8. Second base is 15, the height is 8. So the area is 1/2 times the height 8 times the two bases added together. So 1/2 times 8 is 4, and 9 plus 15 is 24. So the area is 96. Again, if I was giving you units, I would expect the units to be squared. Alright, for number 2, if this is 6, that means this part has got to be 6. And because these are congruent, that means these two are going to have to be congruent as well. So if I'm taking 6 away from 14, I have 8 units left to play with. So this has got to be 4, that's got to be 4. And if I'm looking right here, this triangle, it's a right triangle, but it's also a 3, 4, 5 triangle. So we have the height is 3, one of our bases is 6, and the other base is 14. So I can do the area equals 1/2 times the height 3 times the two bases added together. 6 plus 14. Area equals 1/2 times 3 times 20. Area is 1/2. 3 times 20 is 60. And then 1/2 times 60 is 30. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, for number 3, I'm going to write it in the second way this time. So first diagonal is 6, so I could do 6 times 14 divided by 2. And that comes out to be approximately 42. All right, for number 4, it is saying that this part right here is 40. So this has got to be 40 as well. So that means the first diagonal, so I'll say area 1/2 times, oops, I'll write it down here. I'll do it in purple. Area equals 1/2 times the diagonal. If this is 40 and that's 40, the whole thing is 80. And the same thing, if this is 30, that means this is 30. That means the second diagonal has to be 60. So if I do 80 times 60, doesn't really matter the order you're doing for this. 80 times 60 is 2400, or 48, sorry. 4800, and 1/2 times that is 2400. All right, so I got 15, 12, and 8, and that's really all they give me right now. So, but I know this is a kite. So one cool thing is I know that this is going to be a right angle. See all those triangles coming in handy. We got a 15, 12 triangle, and if we kind of look and see, hey, 3, 4, 5 by multiplying everything by 3. Well, 3 times 3 is 9. If that's 9, that means that's got to be 9. So the area 1/2 times the first diagonal, which is going to be 12 and 8. That whole diagonal is 20, and then 9 times 9 is 18. 1/2 times 20 is 10. 10 times 18. I don't know if you know this. You probably do. You guys are smart. If you're multiplying anything by 10, just add a 0 to it. So 180. All right, so now we're going to find x, and hey, it actually gives us feet squared, which is nice. We're going to actually do a unit. So for this trapezoid, I need to find the height. So area of a trapezoid is 1/2 times the height times base 1 plus base 2. So I have gives us the area of 108. So 108 equals 1/2. I'm going to erase that. This umbrella is in the way. I don't like it. 108 equals 1/2 times the height x times 22 plus 14. So 108 equals 1/2 x times 22 plus 14 is 36. 1/2 x times 36 is 18x. Divide both sides by 2, and I get x to be 6, and I'm dealing with feet. Oh, it's magic. It's such a cool trick. All right. And then last one we're doing, it gives us that the area of this trapezoid is 300. 300 is equal to 1/2 times the height, which is 20, times base 1 plus base 2, so 10 plus x. Let's try to simplify as much as we can. 300 equals 1/2 times 20 is 10 times 10 plus x. And we can distribute the 10. You can do that for sure. Kind of an easier way though. Let's just divide both sides by 10 here. So I get 30 equals 10 plus x. Subtract 10 from both sides. 20, well, x is equal to 20, in this case, meters. And that is all I got for you today. Not terrible. Please let me know if you got questions. I'd be more than happy to help you out.